In this episode of Back to the Basics, we're going to show you how to get in and out of the car and also how to turn it on and off. Getting in and out of the Tesla Model 3 is actually quite simple. In fact, more simple probably than the average car. But before you get inside the car, you've got to unlock it. And there are three ways that you can do that. Number one, with your phone, the most common and the easiest. Number two, with a key card. You get two of them upon purchasing the car. And the third, more traditional way is with a key fob. But that doesn't come with the car. You've got to pay extra for it, and it will cost you $150. So the first and easiest way to unlock your car is with your phone. Now the reason I say that is because you don't have to do anything. Well, for the most part, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is walk up to your car, push in the handle, it unlocks, and you can open the door. It's as easy as that. Now on a side note, you can also lock and unlock the doors with the app. Now all you have to do is open up the app, and in the home page, you will see the lock button on the far right. You tap it, and it unlocks. You tap it again, and it locks. Now one of the interesting features about this is you don't have to be within the vicinity of the car. You can lock and unlock the doors from anywhere that you have internet service. The second way to unlock your car is with one of your key cards. It's actually very simple. You have the camera on the side pillar here. You put your card underneath that and it unlocks your car. And you're ready to go and you can open your door as usual. The third option, which I don't have, is the key fob that you can buy for $150 from Tesla. And it's like really any other key fob because it doesn't detect if you're going to the car or walking away from it. So you actually have to physically push the button in order to unlock it. Now locking the doors from outside the car, pretty much opposite as unlocking the doors. Of course, it's the three ways. You can use the key fob, which I don't have, with a simple press of the button that will lock the doors. You can also use the key card, and much like unlocking it, you put it under the camera in that center pillar and it would lock the doors. Now I'm going to go ahead and unlock it again because I'm going to show you the third way, and that is actually the easiest because you have your phone, you put it in your pocket, and you simply walk away, and within moments you'll hear a beep, and that'll be a confirmation that the doors have locked. So in order to do what I just did with the phone, you've got to make sure you have the proper settings. So you go over here to the car icon, and then from there you tap locks. You scroll that section to the bottom of the screen and you see the three toggles. These two bottom ones here correlate with what I just did. The bottom one is walk away door lock. That is basically when you have your phone set up with your car and you walk away from the car, the door will lock, what I just did. Also, you have the lock confirmation sound. That is that chirp or the small beep that the car will make to confirm and let you know that the car was locked. So that's kind of nice. When you're walking away, you get that confirmation. Now, this right here is the unlock on park. So you make sure that's toggled. So when you put the car in park, it will, of course, unlock the doors. Now, if you're, say, picking someone up from school or anything like that, what you have here in the upper left hand, or kind of just to the right of the park, kind of in the top right here, you will see there is a padlock. And that simply is if you're in drive, you have your foot on the brake and you need to let someone in, you can unlock the doors by pushing this. You'll hear the chime twice. That means the doors are unlocked. If you want to relock it, then of course all you do is you tap that again, and you can hear that beep, meaning the doors are locked. Now let's talk about the actual physical act of opening the door. Because as you can see, this is not your typical door handle on the Tesla Model 3. And it's not as intuitive to say that of the Tesla Model S, because the Model S, the door handle presents itself to you, but this door doesn't. And it's a little tricky at first if you don't know what you're doing. Now, upon first glance of the handle, you'll notice that many people have compared it to that of a hockey stick because you've got the fatter end here and then the long skinny side here. So what happens is you push that fatter end and then the door handle presents itself and you open it up. Now there are a couple of ways that you can do this, and I found that on the passenger side at least, or excuse me, on the driver's side at least, it's easier to use your left hand. Now I say that because I'm left-handed, so I use my thumb and then very easily all my fingers are there to grab the handle and I can very easily open it up. However, if I use my right hand and use my thumb, all my fingers are over here and I can't grab the handle. So I found the easiest way with your right hand is to use your middle finger, and then your index finger and thumb are both there to grab the handle, and of course all your other fingers can carry on over and you can open the door. Then of course the other way is the two-hand method, where you use your right hand, left hand to open it up, and you are ready to open the door. Now that can of course pose problems, right? Because if you're holding on to something, say a bag or anything else, you're going to need to use one hand. And that can sometimes be a little tricky because depending on which side you're approaching from, it can be difficult to open the door. But any way you look at it, all it takes is a little experience. All right, let's get you out of the car, and that is nothing traditional either, the way you've got to do it in the Tesla Model 3. Simply, you push this button and you are ready to get out of the car, right? It's that simple. Now, a couple of things. You'll notice here that I've got a sticker on here. I actually did a video about this sticker, so I'll be sure to post a link at the bottom of this video so you can check that out. Now, there is another way to open the door that's not recommended to use on a regular basis. There is a physical handle down here that you can pull and it will open the door. Now, here's the thing. And you will hear things about this. You'll see videos about how it's bad for the car. It can damage the car. Now it can't, or it won't. Let's put it that way. Because what happens is when you use this button, it causes the window to go down just a little bit. And that's enough to open the door. However, back when you first got the Tesla Model 3, in 2017 and early 2018, by pulling this handle down here, the window didn't go down and you could potentially damage the window and the trim of the car. But with the latest software update, this has been fixed. That's been fixed. So you could use the handle without worrying about damaging the car. However, it's something I don't recommend because I would believe that would create more wear and tear on this piece of hardware than it should, because the car was designed to use the button, and that's what you should do. So now you're inside the car, and typically with any other car, you'd either have to use a key to turn the ignition or push a power button. But with the Tesla Model 3, there isn't a power button. So all you do is when you get inside the car is you put your foot on the brake, either push up to go into reverse on that right stalk, or push all the way down to put the car into drive. And then you take your foot off the brake and step on the accelerator and you're going. Now when you want to get out of the car, again, typically you'd have to use a key to turn the ignition off or push a power button. But with the Tesla Model 3, it's a lot easier than that. All you do is when you're in drive or reverse, all you do is push this button right here. It puts it in park and you get out of the car, just like I mentioned before. By using the button, you walk away and the door will lock itself. Now in the event that you don't have your cell phone or the battery is dead and you need to use the key card to unlock the door, you're going to need that key card to activate the car and turn it on as well. And the way you do that is you place that key card behind the cup holders on the center console. And that will activate the car, and you can do the same procedure by putting your foot on the brake, putting it in drive and reverse, and you're ready to go. So there you have it, 3 basic functions of the car that I showed you in this video. Locking and unlocking the door and how to do that, opening the door both from the outside and inside and how unique that is, and powering up the car and powering it off. Also a very unique experience. Now, I hope you found the information in this video useful. If you did, be sure to give it a like or a thumbs up, and better yet, you can subscribe to my channel. And I do plan on expanding the library of my Back to the Basics series. So be sure to check out all my other Back to the Basics in the series, and you can see it within my channel. Look for the title, Back to the Basics, and then what it's about, and then hopefully you'll find what you're looking for. And if you don't, be sure to, anywhere in any of my videos, post what you would like to see, and I will see if I can look into it and make a video about that. Again, back to the basics, nothing too complicated, just want to show the basic functions of this car with this series. And if you are thinking about buying a Tesla, be sure to use my referral code, because if you do until the end of May, you will get 5,000 miles of free supercharging. After that, it'll go back down to 1,000 miles. So you've got about a month to do that. As I'm recording this, it's May 2nd. So you've got about a month to do that. I will post my referral code at the bottom of this video. So once again, thank you all so much for watching, and until my next video, stay positively charged.